welcome back to our channel Decode. In our today's video, we are going to discuss about components of computer, algorithm, flowcharts, and pseudocodes. First of all, I want you to look at this slide. Here, we can see that the source code is converted into machine code by compiler or interpreter. The code which we write on the computer is known as source code, whereas the code the machine can understand is known as machine code. The compiler helps us to convert source code into machine code. The major difference between compiler and interpreter is compiler converts whole code into machine code, whereas interpreter translates source code by line. Now we'll discuss about components of computer. Whenever you open an application in your device, firstly, the information from your hard disk drive is getting transferred into RAM. RAM is nothing but random access memory, which is a temporary memory. Then the information gets transferred into processor and the whole process occurs here, and at last it will display the output. Now we'll see how a C program is executed. Firstly, the written code is converted into expanded source code by preprocessor. The expanded source code is converted into assembly code by compiler. Now, the assembly code is converted into object code by assembler. Linker links and merges various object files and makes one executable file. That is how it converts object code into executable code. Now, the loader executes the executable code. This is how a C program is executed. Now we'll discuss about algorithm. Algorithm is a set of rules that must be followed when solving a particular problem. Each step is called an instruction. Every algorithm should have the following properties, that is input, output, finiteness, definiteness, and effectiveness. Input. It may take one or more input, and there must be at least one output, because there is no meaning of writing an algorithm if there is no output. Algorithm should be end after a finite number of steps. It should not enter into an infinite loop. Each instruction of an algorithm must be clear and well defined. There should not be any error. The operations must be simple and must be completed in a finite time. Now we'll discuss about flowchart. Flowchart is a graphical or pictorial representation of an algorithm. Based on the algorithm, we have to construct the flowchart. Now you remember these symbols. The oval shape, an oval shape represents a start or end point. A line is a connector that shows relationships between the representative shapes. A parallelogram represents input or output. A rectangle represents a process. A diamond indicates a decision. Now we'll see an example. This is the flowchart for adding two numbers. See, start input number 1, comma number 2. That is, it's taking two numbers as input. Then it is adding two numbers and it's assigning an value to sum. Then it is printing the sum. Now we'll discuss about pseudocode. Pseudocode is high-level description of an algorithm that contains a sequence of steps written in combination of English and mathematical notations to solve a given problem. Pseudocode is part English and part algorithm. Here we can see a pseudocode for adding two numbers. Step 1 begin. Step 2 write please enter two numbers to add. Next, read num1, which means it scans the first input. Step 4 read num2, which means it scans the second input. In the fifth step, it adds the two numbers and then it assigns a value to the sum. In the sixth step, it prints the sum. Code is ended. The major difference between flowchart and pseudocode is flowchart is a pictorial representation, whereas pseudocode is not a pictorial representation. Hope you understood everything. I know today's topics are full of definitions. We teach you very slowly so that even a kid who is watching our video can understand everything. Please like our video, share it to your friends. If you are coming here for the first time, please subscribe our channel.